and they were super excited one time when I came home. They said, "Dad, you're famous." Now, I thought finally I was getting the due respect from running the most notable sports agency in the world and working with Warren Moon, Troy Aikman, Steve Young, Evander Holyfield, and others, doing movies like Any Given Sunday, For the Love of Game, Arliss, and of course Jerry Maguire. But no, they said when I asked, why am I famous now? They said because I have a blue check. And I didn't even know what that meant. So I said to them, what does that mean? They said, Dad, you're verified on Instagram. And I said, verified? Wow. They said, yeah, you have this blue check. And I said, wow. They said, Dad, can I DM you? And my name's David Meltzer. All my girls are M&Ms. They're Marissa, Marlena, Mia Meltzer, and Maya's Meltzer. So I, of course, responded with great knowledge of Instagram. I said, awesome, DM me and I'll MM you. And then they lost all respect for their dad, and they've completely made fun of me ever since. Even though I have millions of followers, they don't respect that at all. Since that time, social media, especially Instagram, has changed. It is hyper competitive. There is a lot more noise, and I believe it's moved from content creator centric to consumer centric. And so I was wondering, number one, if you agree that it is now a consumer centric platform, and two, how can we take advantage of that as you are a social media entrepreneur and success in understanding how to utilize Instagram correctly?
Well, I think that Instagram has always been more of a consumer-based channel. It's visual, it's video, pictures. It's a little hard in a service-based business or B2B to do that. So I've always kind of thought of Instagram that way. But I think that what makes Instagram more challenging is they keep changing the rules. For so long, it was reels, reels, reels. Now they're saying, okay, I want to favor pictures again. And the blue check mark that you just talked about, all I have to do is pay $15 and I can get the blue check mark. So everything has changed, just like anything in social media.
I didn't want to spoil that for David, so I was just going to let him ride with the blue check mark. So, yeah, I mean, listen,
I knew you could pay for it now, but I get it.
And I'm kind of, in the process of building my own personal brand on social media, and there's so many gimmicks out there, but I'd love to hear kind of from your perspective of like how you see AI changing the game and what's acceptable, what's not. Everyone's got their own opinion of things you can and cannot do, and the magic black box of the algorithm can detect certain things. Like, are there a couple tools you recommend to help people be more efficient?
Yeah. So, well, first, you had mentioned gimmicks. Are you talking about like fictitious accounts or something?
I mean, there's everything, right? I mean, promotional pages, paid followers, promotions, ads versus organic. I mean, everyone's got a different opinion.
Okay, that's always been in existence. AI is just kind of taking things to a different level. As far as a content creator and somebody on social media, that's where it can get a little bit dangerous. So, I mean, you could go right to ChatGPT and say, write this capture for me, create this video for me. So it's so easy. But that's where it's also a challenge because you don't have that human touch. And I could sense when somebody is using AI to write all of their copy. You can just tell there's something really bland and kind of clunky about it. And I don't want to see that. I want to see the person that I'm following. I think people could pick up on that pretty easily at this point.
And to that end, you do have a background in journalism and understanding the essence or the frequency of content. And whether you're blogging, social media channels, your dedication, like mine, is to entrepreneurship and small business. When people overuse the term or don't understand the ambiguity in the idea of being authentic, what are some of the things that we can do to be true to ourselves? Because I see the biggest energy suck in Instagram and other social media channels is that a lot of the creators are worried more about what people think they are than what they actually are. And there lies the energy suck between the two. You have a true professional background in essence, authenticity. What are some of the things we can do to find our true voice, our essence, to illustrate and amplify who we really are, not really worrying about what other people think we are?
I'm really, really glad you asked that. I think it really comes from being vulnerable. I think that there's a relatability to being vulnerable. When I see somebody else is struggling with something, I immediately can relate to that and I want to help them. Or admitting you don't know everything. You're trying to figure it out. I mean, life is a work in progress. So I think that vulnerability is really key. As far as AI tools are involved, I think you can take AI and you can do something with it. But I think that the most important thing is that you put your personal spin on it. You know, what is it that makes you unique within that? I mean, AI is just a tool. It's there to help you. So use it as a tool, but also mold it for what you need to do to create your personal brand.
And I'm going to ask you another $1 million question is how often should you post? Some people say post 3 times a day. Some people say quality over quantity.
Yeah, I actually had a client at one time who was in the health and wellness space who wanted us to post 70 times a day. That was a little excessive. I I think every business is different. It really depends on your following and what they're looking for. You'll notice in your analytics if you're posting daily and maybe you were posting 3 times a week and something's changed, whether good or bad, like maybe I should go back to doing what I was, or maybe I should stay with what I'm doing. You'll get a sense for it, but I wouldn't overpost. If you have something important to say, then say it. But one of the questions I get all the time are, how long should a blog post be? As long as it takes to fill that space and actually get your message across. So I kind of feel the same way about social media. If you don't have anything to say, don't say it just because you have to say something. But don't also, put out 100 different things, to keep that feed going. It really does depend. I honestly wouldn't want to see a post from somebody posting multiple times a day. That to me is too much.
Yeah, and I love the individualized, customized, personalized approach, determined upon also what platform you're
Hmm.
on. And to that end, I'd love for us to leverage your situational knowledge. Uh, where, if you were a small business or an entrepreneur, um, where would you focus or prioritize your time and your content? I believe you should always post on everywhere, but I do prioritize certain platforms because being who I am and what I do, there's certain platforms that I feel are more aligned with what I do. But if you're a small business or an entrepreneur, where do you think they should prioritize their content?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of rich content sources. So that would be a podcast, a blog, or maybe a video series, something that you own, kind of have that control over, because we're really playing on rented land on social media. It could go away at any time. I mean, look at TikTok, there's a big possibility that's going to go away. Then you can kind of distribute everything to the channels that you feel are most effective to reach your target audience. So, but that core rich channel source is key.